And we're live. Good evening, guys. How are you all doing? Are you looking forward to this? Because boy, I am. I don't know how many of you have seen my first look video where I expressed kind of the tip of the iceberg of my opinions of Ancient Cities as it has been released. But let's say I'm not impressed. And that is like the understatement of the century. It is, oh my God. I cannot believe that these people have the gall, the unmitigated gall, to put this up with a price tag of £35 in the UK, 40 euros on the continent, and I think it's like $50 in the US, which is just insane for a game that has. You're not going to seriously, like, if you haven't seen anything about it, the game has less than 20 structures, and you might think, well, you know, 20's not, I suppose, not maybe not too bad. 4 of those are walls, and 4 of them are purely decorative things that don't do anything, have no function whatsoever. In fact, another one has no function whatsoever either, so that's 5. So that's 9 of the less than 20 structures. You know, unbelievable. Should we get in and start playing? Mr. Savello says it's 70 Aussie dollars. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. For anybody who's thinking, like, why are you being like so harsh on this? It's an early access game, you know. If you don't know the history, I backed Ancient Cities. I went in at the Lord level, which is 60 euros, which is about £55. To back the game because their Kickstarter looked so promising, because they already had what seemed like a lot of the game. The Kickstarter was in late 2017. They were promising a beta in the summer of 2018, and then for the game to be released, like a full release, in December 2018. It's now December 2020. Right, so 3 years later, right, and I was expecting them to be releasing the full game, and then I heard that it's going into early access, and I was like, what the hell's going on here? And then I finally took a look at the game, and the sheer lack of content is seriously staggering. I've got a couple of super chats to read out. Carl Smith. Hiya, Carl, how you doing? He says, Merry Christmas, Sky and Picture. Picture will be here later on. She's actually gone to work today. She almost didn't go to work because she wasn't feeling well again. But yeah, she should be back in about half an hour. So I'm expecting she'll pop on then. He says, I'm on leave now until January the 11th. Well, we'll try and keep the content coming out to keep you occupied, Carl. I wish you both well and a prosperous new year. Well, happy holidays, Merry Christmas and a prosperous new year to you too, Carl. And Sophia, hello Sophia. Sophia says, a true rant must be profanity laden. Well, you're absolutely right about that, and it probably will be. Let's jump in so you can start looking at this pile of garbage while I'm ranting on about it. So, let me show you one of the few kind of not bad things about the game. This screen is actually pretty good, I have to say, where you can choose what location you're going to start in. And there are a couple of things on here which allow you to adjust the difficulty of the game in quite a nice way. You can adjust your starting year. The further you go back, the colder it gets, which makes it more difficult. And the further north you go, the more difficult it gets, which makes it more difficult. So yeah, we are going to start. Where should I start? I'm kind of tempted because I started up about there in the first look video that I just released. Then we'll start somewhere different. Maybe start, I don't know, maybe down here. Maybe start down here in the south of France. What do you think? I would kind of like to start over by the coast, but the map generation seems to not be particularly good when you start down by the coast, which is just a shame because I wanted to start down by the coast. But it seems to like the rivers mess up and stuff, so I think that's probably a bad idea. So let's try and start on this radio, on this river. Let's see if we can find a nice curvy bendy bit to start on. That would be good. So yeah, so you can adjust the year that you start in, and the earlier you start, the colder it is. And look at that, it even adjusts the map and moves the snow down, which is very cool. It's like when I first logged into this, I was like, oh, this seems good. This seems promising. We'll start in the suggested start year, which I think is 7650. Yeah, 7650. That'll do. And you can adjust which season you start in. Good idea to start in the spring because you got to prepare for the winter when it gets cold and there's not as much food around. Right, let's go in. Now, it's 50-50 whether this is going to crash or not by the time we actually get into where you start. Oh, this is not too bad round here. I think, let's migrate. There's a migrate button over here. I'm thinking of migrating over to here and have the kind of the river winding through the map. Yeah, you know what? Let's pop it in there. That'll do. And then you can speed it up because he walks very, very, very slowly. So let's speed this up and get in. Right, this is where it usually crashes. Keep your fingers crossed. We've got another super chat from Matthew K. Thank you very much, Matthew. He says, "Is it safe to say there's not enough content for another 5-hour stream?" There's not enough content in the game. There's enough content in my ranting about the bloomin' game. That's for sure. I am actually upset about this. I'm verging on furious about this. Yeah. He said, either way, love to you both. Oh, thank you, Matthew. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I really wanted to get this video out. And the stream out to let you guys know, because I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who have been anticipating this and looking forward to getting it. And I'm just going to pause it for a second while I'm kind of ranting on. And yeah, you guys need to know like how little there is in here. And one of two things is going to happen now with the development of this game, because essentially what they've done for the last couple of years is they've been developing their own game engine. Okay, now there was no mention of that in the Kickstarter, right? They said they were going to develop in an existing game engine like Unity, right? Which would have been fine, and they would have spent the last 2 years working on the functionality of the game. But they haven't. They've devoted an enormous amount of that time, apparently, to the development of their own game engine. Consequently, the game content is non-existent virtually. So, like, one of two things is going to happen now. Either, now that they've got the game engine and they've got the basics built, development will move forward much quicker now. So we'll get content coming out regularly. Now, if that happens, and if they sort out this UI, although to be honest, I don't think they will, because this is pretty fundamental and it would require some significant changes to sort out this UI. But if they do put the content out, we could end up with a decent game that would be worth getting and worth playing. If they continue releasing content at the same speed that they've been developing up until now, forget it. And I do wonder, with the terrible reviews that the game is getting, whether the thing is going to carry on being developed that much. It could be one of those games that just kind of fades away. That's what worries me. Now, I've no reason to think that that is going to happen. Like, I don't have any like inside information or anything. And I hope that's not what happens. I would love the game to be successful. This is a game that I wanted to play. I love this kind of thing. But man, let me just show you, just so that you understand what I'm talking about. So they've just released this game. Let's look at all the buildings, shall we? It's not going to take long, trust me. What can you build in this game? Oh, and by the way, just to show you the UI, right? So I want to put a building in, right? I have to click on this, then I have to click on the buildings tab, but there's no buildings, because then you have to click on add a structure, which then brings up the building tabs. You then have to select the tab that you want, right? And then select the building that you want to put it in. Really? And they think that's good? Just shocking, shocking. And there's worse stuff than that, I'll show you. So let's look at all the buildings, shall we? The massive amount of content that there is in the game. So we start off with housing. There are 3 houses. Now, this pelt hut down here, you'll only ever be able to build 2 of them, because you start off the game with 9 rawhides, okay? The thing is, you'll never ever get any more because there are no animals in the game. Really? A game about Neolithic man? And there's no animals. There's no animals. There's no hunting. There's no skinning animals. Nothing. There are no animals in the game. Hasn't been implemented yet. Really? Yeah, really. Couple of super chats. Charvel, hello Charvel. He says, alerting local hospitals to get ready to suture a few lacerated wounds on the devs. Hashtag Sky rips them a new one. And another one from Sophia. Thank you, Sophia. £5, thank you. She says, could you have a word with your chum Tim from Urban Games and ask for a double track option when laying track in Transport Fever 2? Oh, you know what? You can actually get a mod to do that, Sophia. If you look on the Steam Workshop, you can get a mod to do that. So there you go. Hey. So where was I? Buildings. Yeah, buildings. So you've got these 3 buildings, but essentially you can forget about the pelt hut because you can't get the rawhides. So you've got 2 straw huts. You've got one that houses 3 and one that houses 6. That's housing. Storage. You've got a basket. You've got a haystack for storing hay, and you've got a pit. That's that. You've got one production building. They've gone live with this game with 1 production building, and they're asking you for $50. Like, are you freaking kidding me? 1 production building, and it dries fish. Wow, there's a production chain for you. Don't know whether I'm going to be able to get my head around that one. Like, seriously? And then you've got services. A fireplace is apparently a service. Now you may think, well, maybe you cook food on it. No, there's no cooking. Forget that. No cooking. Then you've got 4 types of fence, essentially, 4 types of wall. You've got 1 religious building, which is just a stone, right? Just a menhir, a stone. And then you've got these 4 decorative buildings. A mill, that's just a stone like this with a hole in it. You've got a pelt tamer. A pelt tamer. A pelt tanner, which just sits there, doesn't do anything, doesn't tan the pelts. You've got an oven, which doesn't cook anything, it just sits there. And you've got a well, which you can't get water out of. That's it. That's all the buildings that they've launched with. That's every structure that you can create. There's less than 20. 4 of them are walls, and this doesn't do anything either. So 5 of them are just purely decoration. Are you starting to see why perhaps this might not be worth $50 of your money? Like, really? Oh, unbelievable. Right, shall we find a nice spot to settle in? I think we probably should. Where are we going to settle? Well, we're obviously going to settle somewhere next to the river. Now, you need to be careful about selecting a spot because these big boulders, in fact, even the small ones, you can't get rid of. You can't, like, this is not where you get your stone. You can't, like, mine them out to clear the way for a settlement. So you need to find somewhere which is free of these kind of rocks, and in a lot of places the rocks are all over the place. So I think maybe somewhere kind of sort of over here would be maybe not too bad. I want to find a bit of a clearing if I can. So we'll have a little bit of a look a bit further down the river, shall we? Now I will say the game looks nice. The maps look nice. If I just like turn this on, look at this. Looks nice. You've got fish swimming around. The plants look good. The foliage looks very good. I'm actually impressed with how the game looks. If it wasn't for the lack of content and the horrendous UI, I would be sitting here raving about this game. But unfortunately, I'm not. Okay, so where should we put our yeah, I think, to be honest, that place I was looking before. See, this would be a good place. If it wasn't for this stupid great rock that you can't get rid of. Annoying. So yeah, I think probably over here. Probably over here. Yeah, this is where this is going to be Camp Sky. Oh yeah. Maybe next to this tree. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to want to do is give them a fireplace to keep them warm at night when it gets cold. So we'll plonk in a bit of a fireplace. Let me find it amongst this mass of building options. Oh yeah, it's there. Let me place my one service building. You can rotate it. See, this is like really. This is what doesn't bode well for the future, right? In terms of like the mechanics and everything. You think about some of the cool ways that you can rotate buildings in other games. Like for example, Foundation, right? That game's awesome for like placing and rotating buildings and whatever. Right, in this, you can't even, it's the R and the T keys. You can't even hold the key down and have it rotate. No, you have to press the key 6 million times to get it to where you want it to go. Yeah. All right. Right, let's plonk that in. So, we've got a fire. Now, that will help to keep them a little bit happier. They don't like being cold, and they don't like sleeping outside, but sleeping round a fire makes them a little bit happier than just sleeping out in the middle of nowhere. They still won't be happy about it though. We'll get the fire going, and we're going to set up some tasks for them. I've got another one from Charville. He says, petition to make the slogan of the stream. Yes, I agree with you. The slogan for this stream is, that won't do, pig. That won't do. That definitely won't do. Oh man, I don't know how the developers thought they were going to get away with this. They must live in a different bloomin' world. 50 bucks for less content than you'd get in a $3.99, like a £3.99 DLC for a Paradox game. You got to be kidding me. Anyway, right, so we're going to set up some tasks so that while they're wandering over here, they can do something useful. Now, the whole setting up tasks and things, you can either set up tasks that apply to like everybody, or you can set up work groups. So we're going to set up some work groups. We're going to have a fishing group because we want to be bringing in fish. This is one of the, like, seriously, this just demonstrates to me that these people just, I don't know, don't have a clue. So you use this slider bar to set up how many members you want in this particular group, and as you slide it across, right, you get dots appearing here. The only problem is that it's obscured by the bloomin' tooltip, so you can't see how many you've got in. So let's say you set it up like that, and you're like, okay, I want to bring it down to like 4 people. But I can't see how many there are. Like, really? How can they not have done that themselves and gone, we need to change that. We need the tooltip to appear above rather than below. It's a simple bloomin' change. Or as somebody just suggested, yeah, it's a simple change, isn't it? Yeah, crazy. Anyway, let's continue on, shall we? Because there's plenty more to rip into. It doesn't get any better, guys. It really doesn't. So I'm going to set this up with like 4 fishermen to start off with, I think, and then we'll get another group. Now, here's another thing. This is supposed to take you back to where you came from, right? Move back through your selection history. So when I go back, it should take me to the Groups tab so that I can set up another group, right? If I wanted to go back to the actual tribe screen, then I would just click on that, right? But if I click on that, no, it doesn't take me back to the Groups tab. It takes me back to here. Man, so even the simplest blooming things, just right. We'll set up a gathering group. This gathering group, I suggest you separate your food gathering from your resource gathering. So this group are going to be getting berries, mushrooms, rose hips. Done. That's it. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll change the name to food. We'll change it to gather food. Gather food. There we go. Boom. Done. All right. Cool. How many people do I want gathering food? Again, like I want 4, but I have to look at it like 3 times to figure out how many dots there are because it's covered up. How, guys? How can they? Have they had anybody actually play test this? Like one of the developers maybe actually try playing the game? Jesus H. All right, carry on. Try and calm down, Sky. You've got to get through a couple of hours of this. And of course, it doesn't take me back there again, so then I've got to go over here. Right, so work groups. Another one, please. This is going to be our resource gathering. So I'm going to get them to do raw stone and sticks. They can get some fine stone as well because it saves me creating it. I'm not going to bring in any bones because they're not particularly useful at the moment. So that's going to be them. We want like a couple of people doing this, maybe 3. You know what? I might have 3 doing that and 3 getting food in. So let's have 3 doing that and 3 getting food. That should be fine. Okay, we've got one more group to set up. And that's going to be our crafters. So the crafting group, we're going to have, I think, 2 people. Yeah, that's 2. And we're going to get them to do some stuff. So the first thing I want them to do is create rope. We're going to need quite a lot of rope. And I'm also going to need them to create some fine sticks. But I'll put that in, but I'm going to pause that for now because right now I want them producing lots of rope. Now, to produce lots of rope, we're going to need plant fibers to make rope. So we'll get that set up. Later on, we'll get them making some tools. We'll get some bifaces. They're used for cutting and cropping plants. Some stone axes, and we'll get some wooden tridents, which are awesome for fishing. They boost our fishing by 200%. So yeah, we'll get some of that stuff done little bit later on, but we got more important things to do. Now, one thing that I think generally people are not going to be so happy about is the storage and how the storage works. I've got to avoid all these stupid rocks that I can't move, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, it's fine. I'll work around it. Okay, so what are we going to put in? The first thing I'm going to put in is I'm going to put in some pits, which is appropriate considering this game is the pits. We'll put in some pits. Now, there won't be any clams around. There are 5 food types plus fish, right? And 2 of them we won't see. So I'm just going to put in, I think, 3 pits for now. In my video, I put in 5 just to show you all the different types, but it's fine. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put in 6. And I'm going to have 2 for each. So, but for now, I just wanted to do that for kind of the spacing. So we'll take that out, take that out, take that out. Right. So we'll just have 3 for now. So these will just store our berries, rose hips, and mushrooms. That's what's going to be stored in there. The other storage for like sticks and plant fibers and all like rocks, anything like that. This I can't see people thinking that this was a good idea. You have to put in a separate storage area for each thing that you want to store. It, like, instead of there just being kind of one, I'm almost tempted to put in like a 2x4 kind of area. You can draw areas like freeform like this to create storage areas or gathering areas, which is a little feature I do like that freeform drawing. I like that a lot. But I think I'm going to put in rectangles. So let's put in like that might be, is that a little bit too close? Maybe come out maybe a little bit. You know what, I might do, yeah, I'm going to do it in this area because it's a little bit more open, a little bit more away from the fire as well. So let's do like a 2x4 and another 2x4 and another 2x4. I think that might be, is that a 3? That's a 3. Yeah, it's fine. And we'll put another one on that side, 2x4, and another one on that side, 2x4. Cool. So what we'll do, we'll set these up for the things that we want to store. You can only store one thing in there. Like if I set that up for rocks and then I try and add sticks, no, it'll just, now it's just sticks. So we'll have sticks. We'll have fine sticks. We'll have stones. We'll have fine stones. We'll put logs. Yeah, we'll put logs in that one. I actually probably want a couple more. Yeah, I probably want a couple more. Now, you don't have to put these storages in, right? They will just dump stuff on the ground around the camp, right? So you don't have to put these in. But if you want the place tidy and whatever, then it's actually a good, and like for stuff to be handy, it's actually a pretty good idea. So you know what, we'll go with that. Now the other thing with these storages is, if you set up a storage for something that's crafted, then if you click this cog, it'll automate the production of it. Your people will be tasked with just producing it until you run out of storage. We've got a super chat from Rebel. Hello, Rebel. Back again. You hasn't left a comment this time. I think it has to be $2 Canadian for you to leave a comment, Rebel. So there you go. I don't know whether you wanted to leave a comment or not, or just let me know you were here. If you were just letting me know you were here, good. Glad you're here. All right, let's move on, shall we? Yes, we shall. What else do I want? You know what? For now, that's fine. Let's get our people over here. There are 4 different speed settings. There are like 3 regular settings, and then this one at the top is like a time lapse, really fast. So our people will now come over, and look, you can see they're already bringing stuff and just dumping it on the ground. These are rose hips, I think. Let's have a look at our inventory. Oh no, they're berries. They're berries. So you can see we started off with 68 dry fish and our rawhides, and people are already getting stuff. They're bringing in the stones and the sticks and fine raw stones, because you can find those lying around. You can also convert the stones into fine stones, the same as you can convert the sticks into fine sticks. We're also finding some straw, which is nice. Now plant fibers, now the game does not tell you this, and if you mouse over stuff, there's no indication that this is anything other than scenery. But in actual fact, these are Guggets. Hello, Guggets. Guggets super chats and says, I'm not here, but this game looks like Actually, Guggets, I think the game actually looks pretty decent. It's just everything else about it that's complete So, yeah. Right, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about the plant fibers, wasn't I? Yeah. So the game, the tutorial doesn't tell you, nothing in the game tells you, but these are the things you have to harvest in order to get plant fibers. So we're gonna get a bunch of these plant fibers coming in, because we need lots of rope. And now it's nighttime. Now nighttime is bloomin' dark. Right, so we're you can set it to skip through nighttime, which sometimes the game's unreliable. Sometimes it will. See, now it's skipping through really quickly. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. Don't ask me why. If you want to know why, I don't know. Find a developer, ask one of them. Maybe they'll know. Maybe they won't. Okay, so I want to get more of the plant fibers highlighted, I think, because we've only got like 3 coming in, and we need a lot more than that. So let's set up some more croppage. I'm going to slow it down to kind of medium. Where can I find more plant fibers? One there, one there. The rain is a bit heavy. I think they should tone it down a little bit. If they wanted you to know that it's raining, well, they definitely got that right. There's a bunch of plant fibers over there. We'll have those. Now the other thing that we're going to want is we're going to want some reeds, because we want to make a basket. So let's see. Where's camp? Camp's over there, so we'll try and get some reeds that are close by. These are the closest. So grab those, and I've managed to find like one of the few areas that doesn't have tons and tons of reeds around. Let's switch to this. So let's grab those reeds. You know what? We'll grab some more. There we go. All right, cool. That should be lots coming in. Right, we're getting plant fibers coming in. That's great. Speed it up again. We got loads of sticks coming in, stones. Got loads of berries coming in, which is good. Right, cool, excellent. Excellent. Okay, now the fish that we bring in, we want the fish to stay fresh if possible. And the best way to keep your fish fresh is to dry it. So we need to set up a fish dryer. Now I actually want a couple of these going forward. So I think we'll probably throw both of them in. Let's get what do I want? Our one and only storage building. Hang on, I didn't put a dryer in already, did I? Let's have a look. No, I didn't. Good. Let's flip this around. And I'm going to put my dryers in. Let's have one there and one there. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Right, we want to get the fire built as a priority. So, we'll prioritize it. Which, I gotta say, this priority, it seems pretty hit and miss. Because I've prioritized buildings and they've built like everything else but the building that I prioritized. And it's not because I didn't have the resources, because most of the stuff is made from the same things. But, you know, hey. It's what it is, I suppose. Oh, look. They're bringing their fish over here. Now, this is just fish thrown on the ground. Even though it shows them on little drying racks, that's not drying. That's just fish dumped on the ground because they've got nowhere to put it. Now, over here, oh, we've got the first of our storage containers, our storage pits done. That one's going to be for berries. When this one gets done, that'll be for mushrooms, and that one will be for rose hips. So now they should start moving these berries and putting them in here, which they apparently seem to be doing. That's very nice of them. Good. Oh, we've got... Oh, look, see? Now they're picking up the fish off the ground and putting them onto the drying racks. Oh, excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. How are we doing for rope? Because we want to make sure we've got plenty of rope. Well, we've got plant fibres, so yeah, they should continue churning out the rope. We need a lot of rope, because we need the rope for this stuff, and we need rope so that we could build our houses. Now, our houses are straw houses. Oh, yes, they are. Let's look at the vast array of buildings that we can choose from. Yeah. All 2 of them. So do you want 6 small huts or 3 big huts? That's your choice. I think we'll go with the big huts then. So let's flip this. Let's flip. And you've got to tap the key because you can't hold the key down. Really, unbelievable. So let's pop like one in there. Flip this around a little bit. I'll pop one in there, and maybe one on the other side. It does jump around a bit. If there's like an obstacle on the ground, it'll just hop over it. So let's put you in there. That'll be fine. Okay, now to build these things, you need straw, and you need quite a lot of it. And now you can just put in a crop order and crop the ground, and you'll get straw from cropping the grass. But since we want quite a lot of it, we want like what is it? 200? Is it 200 for each? Let's say 200 or 100. I think it's 100. What I'm going to do, and I also think it looks good, is I'm going to create a cleared area. So it'll just be like brown mud on the ground. And it kind of then looks more like an encampment. So, yeah. Bow-tied Engineer says, let's build our 2 pelt huts. I tell you what, how about let's not? You know what, I might build them later. I might build them later. Just so that you can see. I suppose I could build, you know what the hell? I could build one, couldn't I? Just so that you can see the difference. What do I want? Build a pelt hut. I can put this in over here. And let's put it there. There you go, pelt hut. Right, what else do we want to do? Let's crack this on. Now, I suppose you want to see them like doing stuff, don't you? I would think you probably do. So, all right, let's slow it down. Let's see if we can find a fisherman doing something, shall we? Let's go to our group, the Wet Hands, and we'll see. We'll see what they're doing. Who's where? You're wandering about. You're wandering about. You're wandering about not doing anything. No. Oh, you're wandering over there. There's no fish in the trees, mate. You want to be down by the river? You can say, I don't like sleeping by the fireplace. You'd like it less if we didn't have a fireplace, mate. be happy with what you've got. At some point, I'll try and find them when they're actually fishing, because then you can see the animations and stuff. They're not particularly spectacular, to be honest with you. We're still doing this stuff. Yeah, let's just crank it back up because I want to get this stuff built. Once stuff's built, then we'll kind of take some time and look at the animations and stuff. So we've got our second drying rack up and running, and we are bringing in the fish. That's for sure. Our dry fish has actually gone up, and we've got another 32 fish. Woohoo! And we've got berries. My God, we're living the life of Riley. This is the Neolithic Ritz. This is. Robert Cunningham asks, was this a Kickstarter? Yes, this was a Kickstarter. They raised 350,000 euros for this game. And they have launched with... this may be the least content I've ever seen in an early access game. If anybody can think of a game that's got less content than this, let me know. I mean, yeah. Oh, now one other thing that I should do. Over here, you've got the policies, and you can set your policies for your group, so you can decide when people start working, so you can start them working earlier or later, and you can also set how long they work. So I'm going to crank this. Work morning till night. This is the Neolithic. It's not the Costa del Sol. You shouldn't be sunning yourself on the beach. Work, damn it. You can also ration the food. Rationing the food is useful if you get low on food, to make sure that it gets evenly distributed. What little you have, you can ration it so that everybody gets a little bit, rather than one person scoffs it all and then the next person's got none. So that's kind of a good thing. The labour age, there is no help on this, and it kind of doesn't, because that says the same thing for all three of these. So I'm not sure. I assume that if you set it down here, then children will work. If you set it here, I don't know, frankly. Then it's what, adults and old people. But then why's that got adults, old people and young people? I don't know. Maybe if you set it down here, only the kids work. Now that I'd like. That'd be great. Okay. Right, so we need straw, and we need like a decent amount of straw. I am going to set up, let's see, probably about somewhere kind of over here. I'm going to set up some haystacks to store my straw. You don't actually need it, because they'll just leave it lying around on the floor. But I want to be kind of sort of tidy-ish. So we'll set up a couple of haystacks, and then I find the best way to get like a load of hay right at the beginning is to put in a clearance area. Clearance area comes under services again. God only knows why. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw kind of an area, circular area around the camp, like that. Oh, it's too big. It's too big. So they'll clear that, and then I'll do the other half, and I'll probably extend it down here a little bit. So let's let them get on with that, and we'll skip through the night, please, if you don't mind. Good. Michelle DePelto says there is nothing more than what you see. Yep, that's for sure. You've already seen almost everything. I mean, other than putting one of these in, actually making the tools, and putting in these decorative things, and the walls, you've pretty much seen everything already. We've already got the fireplace, we've got the dryers, we've built all those, and we've built that. Yeah, we've built all the useful stuff already. For $50 for 45 minutes gameplay. Are they, like, how stupid do they think we are? Like, really? Like, they've done a Kickstarter and raised 350,000 euros, right? And then they've got the cheek to put the game into early access, put out only a tiny little bit of content and say, oh, give us another $50 on the promise that that we'll produce the rest of the content in some kind of timely manner, even though we promised that this game would be fully released in December 2018, and it's now December 2020, and there's only a tiny bit of it. Like, see, like, how gullible do they think gamers are? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right, let's have a look. How are we doing for resources? We're doing great on the food. Food's rattling in. We've got plenty of stone. We don't really need any more. So I'm going to tell these guys, stop gathering the stone. Focus on the sticks and the small stones. And then we've got 8 rope now, which is probably as much as we need. So I can probably tell the craftsman, make me some fine sticks and stop making rope for now. We can probably start getting these guys working on the tools soon, which would be really good. Cool. So we're now the food types tend to be a bit seasonal. So this green part is the spring, and in the spring you tend to get lots of berries, and then as you move into the summer, you start to get more rose hips, and then as you move into the autumn winter, you get more mushrooms. And we've like these pits only store 100. So we've already got more berries than we can store. And these little brown circles, by the way, this is the decay of the products. And not only do the products decay, but also the buildings decay. So it's not a case of just get a bunch of straw, build it, and that's it. No, you've got to build it, and you've got to keep some straw so that you can keep constantly repairing it. Worth knowing. Our second hut is starting to take shape. This one, see, there's no progress bar or anything. Well, okay, there is where it says Constitution. Like, seriously, I'm waiting for the English language version of this game. It'll be really good when it comes along. Constitution, really? The building is alive, apparently, and has a constitution. It does tell you how far you're going with the building, but it doesn't tell you what you need in terms of individual resources, unless you get this exclamation mark, and then if you mouse over that, it'll tell you one of the things that it's lacking. So right now it needs sticks in order to build the frame. But obviously it's also lacking grass. Like, why don't they just, like, see, that one doesn't even tell you this stuff. If we go over there, why not just put all the information in one place, so I can just mouse over that and it'll tell me what they've got, what they haven't got, and the current progress. Like, it's not like really a lot to ask, I don't think. Okay, our first straw hut has been completed. Hooray! And I will say, it looks decent. Looks good. Close all that down. That, nice looking straw hut. I haven't got any problem with, you know, the building renders, or I like how the world looks. The villages look okay. They're fine. Not too shabby. I think overall the game looks better than something like, for example, Dawn of Man. It was one thing I wasn't too keen on with Dawn of Man. The game looked a bit rough. But you compare the content that's in Dawn of Man with this, and there's like it's no contest. It's crazy, right? Yeah, Michael Pelto. What is it? Michael De Pelto said, Constitution, I think, translates to integrity. Yeah, basically. I mean, it's the same as, like, in video games, Constitution is basically your health. How healthy you are. Your Constitution. That's how it's used in English. But you wouldn't call you wouldn't say a building has a Constitution. It's just ridiculous. Come on. Right, anyway, moving on. So, how are we doing for stuff? We're doing okay. We're not getting too overloaded with anything. We've got loads and loads of straw. Have we got our... They haven't built these yet. What are we waiting on? Oh, rope. We need more rope. Oh, I turned the rope production off too fast. Let's get more rope going. Awesome. Okay. What else? Oh, right now. I need to put in a basket. So our dried fish is decaying. So we need somewhere to put that. So we'll put it in a basket. So let's get a basket made. What do I want? Storage basket. Need 5 reeds to make one of these. Now you can store other things. You can store berries and stuff in a basket if you want to. But I think a pit generally is better. So we'll get that made. And I think at this point I'll get my other pits in. So if I rotate you around, can I get you to fit in between the way I had you before? Ah, there we go. So 1 and 2. Oh, and 1 in there. There we go. Cool. So 3 more pits going in. Excellent. Yeah, so we've got an overflow of what is that? Berries. Oh no, that's probably rose hips, because I don't think. Yeah, that's where we store our rose hips, and that's where we store our mushrooms. Hooray! So now they'll put those away in there, and there'll be much rejoicing in the camp. Hurrah! What are we waiting on? I bet these are waiting on rope, aren't they? Oh no, lack of fine sticks. So we actually need to be producing the fine sticks as well. So let's get our craftsman producing both. There we go. Turn them both on. Right. Keep going. Our fishermen are doing well, and I haven't even given them the fishing tools. Imagine when they can get a boost of 200% to their fishing. Ho, 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 ho. They'll be fishing like there's no tomorrow. We'll need even more drying racks. Right, they've completed the baskets, because I already have my reeds ready, so they just had to like weave them together. So we'll put dried fish in there, please. Now I could get another basket and put any fish, any just raw fish overflow in there, but I don't think so. We seem to be okay with the true drying racks, so that's fine. So yeah, they're storing that now. Nice. Cool. I can get rid of this clearance area now. So let's get rid of that. Boom. And then I'll put in another clearance area to clear a bit more of this, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So what do I want? I want service. God knows why it's in services. If you figure that one out, let me know. Let's just bring it around like that. That's fine. Hurrah! Okay, clear that for me, guys. That'll get us a load more straw and probably a few sticks and some plant fibers and yeah, I guess there's probably no plant fibers. Oh yeah, there's one over there if we reach it. But I think, like, aesthetically, I think it's kind of nice having a cleared area for your huts and whatever to go in, and then we can build a nice palisade around this, which will look I think, quite cool. Now, in order to build a palisade, we're going to need to start cutting down some trees. So I think it's about time that we started setting up some tools. What do you think? Think that'd be a good plan? Things you roll up says, oh my god, $50 for an early access game? Hell no. Oh, you know, I hope that's what everyone says and sends a message and says, no, this is not right. You can't be funded. You can't have a Kickstarter that raises $350,000 for the game and then release it with virtually no content into early access and say, oh, give us another $50, everybody. No. How about no? Send the message loud and bloomin' clear. Kim Larson, super chats. How you doing, Kim? He says, if you slow down the speed, it'll last longer. That is a point, and I will slow the game down, but I just want to kind of get this initial stuff done because it is literally about them just gathering and crafting, and we'll go around, we'll watch them fishing and all that kind of stuff. While we're kind of waiting for these buildings to get put in, we'll get some tools going. So the craftsman, I suppose I could potentially steal somebody and get another craftsman going. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take somebody off here, and we'll put them onto the other group. And I do think that the way this works and moving people around is like crazy. Like, you could just have up and down arrows on here and just like click, click, done. No, you've got to go in there and play around with a stupid slider and then come out. Oh, and you can't come out to this menu. It kicks you out right to the beginning and then you've got to go in again. Like, come on. Seriously? Lousy UI. So, yeah, we'll have an extra craftsman because we need more of this stuff done. And we'll start getting the tools done. So, tools. What do we want? Well, we want some of these bifaces. They'll allow us to cut and crop things faster. So I think we'll have, I don't know, give me, what do we think? Give me 5 of those. And then we'll have some stone axes because we're going to start cutting down some trees. Give me 5 of those as well. They're not difficult to make. And then we want some of these wooden tridents for our fishermen. Now, we've got 4 fishermen. To make a wooden trident, you need 3 wooden spears. So we're going to make wooden spears numbering 12. 11, 12. And then we're going to say make 4 wooden tridents, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. All right, and that's that. Cool. Easy. Nice and easy. How this is going to be, like, when you've got more stuff going on and a lot more people and whatever, I think trying to manage this, the way this UI is, could, I'm not saying it will, I'm saying it could become a real pain in the backside, but I guess we'll see. Right, we've got a biface. We've got a stone axe. Right, tools starting to be manufactured. And of course that'll speed things up, which is rather good news. Okay, I want to start chopping. Now we've got some axes, I want to start chopping down trees. So I'm gonna draw a nice big area around here. So I chop all of those down for a start. And then maybe we'll chop towards the river. So maybe we'll kind of chop down into this area like that. Okay, that's a fair amount of trees. Should produce us a reasonable amount of logs. And hopefully we'll get this tree chopped down fairly early on. We'll keep an eye on that and see if they start chopping that down. They won't at the moment because it's night time. Here we go, it's morning. Hooray! And there was much rejoicing. Duino Gaia says Brazil, Ancient Cities, is $18.54 US. Really? If you're in the US, it's $50 apparently. That's crazy. Now let's see. First Game says, you have 3 people not working. No, I don't. Right? Because they are members of the tribe, and on this screen, right, they'll do any tasks that are assigned to the whole tribe, like, for example, chopping. And before that, I'd got them cropping, and they'll also do building work and just storing stuff away and just general chores. So having some people spare, not assigned to specific work groups, is a good idea. Voxel says, hi folks and Sky, I bought the game today. When you have an AMD GPU, be prepared for 10 FPS. And what is the answer from the dev? Yeah, I know, but the Windows OpenGL drivers are bad. WTF. Yeah, you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. This is one of the things. It's all very well going off on some technologist's wet dream of building your own game engine rather than use Unity or whatever. But then you've got to do all the things you need to do to manage a game engine. It's not just as simple as build a game engine. No. Okay, for example, I use, to do my recording, I use software called Bandicam. Very, very common piece of software. A lot of people use it. I've used it on every game that I've played over the last 7 years while I've been on YouTube. Ancient Cities crashes if I have Bandicam even running. Not even trying to record. If it's running, in fact, all of the text just turns into black squares, and if I try and actually go into the, like, start a new game, it crashes. Fabulous, awesome, and that's down to the engine. And this is the problem. You know, it's I think developing their own game engine was not the cleverest idea. I'd like to see them actually chop down some trees, because the trees just, instead of falling over, they just shrink down into the ground. It's kind of weird. I'm sure we'll see it if I leave it running. Are we getting logs? Yeah, we're getting logs in. We've got 8 logs coming in. I'm surprised they haven't chopped this one down already. They'll get there eventually, I suppose. Is there anybody else already annoyed by the music that's on like a 5-second loop? Kevin Houtman says, just be honest, this game is junk. Yeah, pretty much. Now, what annoys me most of all is that this might turn out to be a really good game, right? Because it is very much in early access, right? There's a whole roadmap of all this fantastic stuff that they want to create, supposedly. We'll see if that actually happens. But putting the game out in this state, like, how many people has this put off who will never come back? Who will never come back to the game? Because they look at it and they go, well, that's rubbish, that's crap. I'm not going to get that. And then, you know, they're not going to be sitting there going, oh, I'll watch for all the future updates and see if they actually release content to make it worthwhile. Like, your launch needs to be a big deal. You know, people need to see what the product that you initially launch and go, oh my God, that's good, that's worth getting, that's worth investing in. I'm going to jump on the train. And I'm sorry, but there is no train. there's like one bloke pulling a little wooden trolley with a piece of string. That's the hype train for this. One bloke with a little, like pulling a skateboard with a piece of string. That's the hype train for this game now. Unbelievable. You know what? I should actually apologise to anybody who backed the game off the back of things that I said when I backed the game. Oh look, we're getting our tridents manufactured. Wooden trident. Plus 200% to fishing. Woohoo! Look at this. 99 dry fish. It's all going very, very well. Now, what are we waiting for over here? Oh, lack of rope. Still. Okay, let's go to our craftsman. Yeah, they should still be producing. Have we got plant fibers? Yeah, I think we've got a little bit of a lack of plant fibers. Come on, get through to the next day so I can actually see some plants and I'll cut some down. What do we want? We want to crop some plants for plant fibers. I've got to find some. There's a few in here. Let's have some of these, I think. And these will give us plant fibers as well, I think. Don't know for certain because the game doesn't tell you. Apparently the game wants you to guess what's a viable plant and what isn't. Seriously, I don't know if those don't give plant fibers or not, but we'll take them. You know what? If I'm gonna grab those, I might as well grab these as well. So yeah, cut all of those as well, please. Okay, that's a lot. That's a fair amount of cropping they've got to do out there. But we've got people sitting around with not all that much to do now, so might as well keep them occupied. How are we doing? Yeah, look at the fish. Now we've boosted the fishing up. The fish is really rolling in. We're still keeping the rose hips coming in. Ooh, the autumn, the fall is coming. It'll be here before, it'll be winter before you know it. See what I mean about this? This should whiz through the night. And it's not. Like sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's just like if it feels like, oh there you go, and now it's like, oh yeah, all right, then I'll skip the night then. And apparently there's a lot of epilepsy going on. There have been a lot of people complaining about the performance of the game. I haven't seen it by myself, but then I shouldn't because I've got like a top end rig, so I should never see any performance issues. I was gonna say I might play this more, but I like to see like if I get like a bigger community and all the rest of it. But to be honest, there really is absolutely no point whatsoever. As you can see, this is all straw lying around on the ground down here. We've got like almost 900 straw, which they haven't put onto these haystacks yet because we need rope. So we need more plant fiber coming in, and we need our guys to actually do it. Oh, we've got our second tent. This is our pelt tent. And as you can see, it's nice. It's very different from the straw tent. You got the animals painted on it and stuff. Very good. Like it. A shame we can't make more of them because there are no animals in the game. I mean, like, can you imagine being on like the development team and they go, yeah, so we're gonna go live. There won't be any animals, there won't be any hunting. It's like, but that's what Neolithic Man is kind of famous for. Like, hunter-gatherer. It's even the first word in it. Hunter-gatherer. No, we don't need animals. Yeah, but like people want to see the animals. You know, people want to see you. You know, trying to kill a woolly mammoth. You know, the tribe. You know, trying to take down the big creature. You know, introduce a bit of danger into the game. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. It's exciting enough just gathering straw. Now, that'll excite people. Gather a bit of straw. They'll like that. They can pick up sticks and things. We give them more than that. You know, they'll be overexcited. Yeah, Theo Maroulis says animals cost you $10 each. There'll be DLCs. There'll be the mammoth DLC and the cow DLC and the buffalo DLC. $10 an animal. Why not? And then they'll introduce the dangerous animals. They'll be probably more. They'll probably be a bit like 15, but like wolves. The wolf DLC, $15. Saber-toothed tiger DLC, $25. Because everybody wants to see saber-toothed tigers. Not that saber-toothed tigers were around at the same time as Neolithic man. That's a common misconception. Come on, crafters. Make me some more bloomin' rope. Should we? I tell you what. Let's slow it down just a little bit so you can actually see what people are doing when they're crafting around the fire and stuff. The thing is, when you do run it on, like even running it on double speed, I mean, forget single speed, things happen like really, really slowly, like really, really slowly. So they're just bringing over some sticks for the fire at the moment. Keep the fire going. What are you doing? You working on this? He's like, nah, not really. I was going to work on it, but then I was like, oh squirrel. And he just legged it. Cat B says, the graphics look nice. Yeah, I've said that right from the beginning of the stream. The look of the game, I like. It's just the lack of content and the UI that are the big problems. Taketsu says the animal harvesting DLC will be $90. Yeah. Oh, Michelle Hoff's getting clever. She says, also, Sabertooths were America's. This is France. Well, maybe they're on holiday, Michelle. You never thought of that, did you? Don't cut these trees down. It's about time we got this tree cut down. Still a lot of trees to cut down. It does take them a long time to do things. That's another thing about the game. It's like this this religious menhir, this temple menhir. Where is it? This. It takes 1,000 stone to build it, right? And it takes ages. I mean ages. Like running the game on fast, it'll probably take you a couple of hours to build it. Like, have they done that just to kind of drag it out? I mean, I don't think that really needs to take that long. Do you? I don't think so. Kim Larson says, can you name the people and get to know them? The problem is they do age and they do die, right? So even if you can name them, and I must admit I haven't tried. Let's see. Can I? Yeah, you can. Oh, Inara. Firefly fans rejoice. Brown coats rejoice. Inara has joined our village. Woohoo! Yeah, so you could rename them, but the thing is they're going to die, and then So you'd have to keep renaming them all the time, which just becomes a bit of a pain. So it's like if they were permanent, or if time ran so slowly that you'd have them for like ages and ages and ages, then it would I would definitely be renaming them. How are we going on? We're doing all right. We're getting fish is over 100 now. We've got a few berries, rose hips. I haven't seen any mushrooms yet. Has anybody seen any mushrooms? Now we're getting into autumn. I think we'll probably start seeing the mushrooms. What I should do, and I haven't done up until this point, is where's the storage pits? Where the hell did I put the storage pits? I think they're buried under... Oh, here we go. I think they're buried under all the straw. So that one is berries. That one should be berries. That one is mushrooms. That one needs to be mushrooms as well. That one's rose hips. And that one can be rose hips. Right, there we go. Keep the place tidy, Sky. Keep it tidy. Can you understand why they haven't put, like, some of this useful information up the top? Right? And like, why doesn't it tell you, like, really, they couldn't be asked, they just couldn't be asked to put how many tribes people, the number of tribes people up here, you know, the number of adults, the number of children, maybe. Nothing. Work it out yourself, count them yourself. Like, whatever. Right, we're still, you know what, we're still not getting the plant fiber coming in. Why are we not getting the plant fiber coming in? I marked like a lot of plant fiber to come in, and we just don't seem to be getting it. Where are we? Plant fiber, yeah, we've only got 2, and yet we're still lack of rope. What the hell's going on there? You know what? I'm going to put in another storage area just for plant fiber, just so that I can keep an eye on it. So let's have building, and we'll put in a storage area, and we'll put in. Actually, let's switch to square. We'll put in a storage area there. We'll make that for plant fiber, please. Cha-ching. Okay, and then I'm going to do... How much? See, they've cropped all of that. And we've got, like, next to no plant fibre. How is that possible? Like, how is that possible? Unless this stuff doesn't give you plant fibre. Which, I'm kind of shocked if that doesn't give you plant fibre. This stuff will. So, let's get this stuff marked up. Yeah, I'm gonna. Sure, that's gotta provide you with plant fiber, surely. Yeah, I mean, you'd think, wouldn't you? Let's crank it up. See if we can get them actually bringing some of this stuff in. So they're chopping away. They're using these bifaces to increase their cropping speed, which is really good news because it all gets done faster. Yes, we're getting plant fiber coming in. Hooray! What we need is rope. Let's have a look at our craftsman. How many? You know what? How many fine sticks do we have? We've got 181. That's loads of fine sticks. We don't need that many. So let's turn off crafting fine sticks. They're still doing. They've got a few bifaces and a couple of axes to do. But now they're not crafting sticks. Maybe they'll churn the rope out a little bit faster, and we can actually get these buildings completed. Because it'd be so nice to have these houses completed. A haystack is completed. Finally! Finally! So the rope is coming in. That's the other haystack. So we just need one rope and that one will get built. Hooray. We actually need, to get rid of all of this, we actually need another couple of haystacks. But I'm going to let these get finished first before I put in anything else that requires. Now, this, see, this is the problem with these pelt tents. So they built the pelt tent, but they decay and they have to be repaired, right? And they have to be repaired with pelts. The problem is that we can't replace pelts because there's no animals in the game. Yeah, so we'll see. I think that, are they using them? We had 9 and they take 3 to build. I don't know whether they have repaired that, but maybe it was something else that they used to repair it. I don't know, we'll keep an eye on that. Right, we've got both of our haystacks built. Hurrah! So rope is actually coming in now. That's a good thing. Yeah, look, we've actually got rope. Woohoo! About blooming time. What happened to all the other rope? Because I marked loads and loads of plant fibre to come in. But you can see things like take a long time to get done. Like really a long time. And this is the simple easy stuff. If we've got the tents done, no, we're still waiting. We've got that one built. Good. So we've got one more. Once we get that built, I'll put another couple of haystacks in. But let's get that built first. So what are we waiting on? And this is the problem. See, it doesn't. Okay, I know that I'm like halfway there in terms of the total construction, but it doesn't tell me. Am I waiting for 5 rope, or have I got? Am I waiting on straw? Those numbers are just, that's what it takes to construct the whole thing. It's I don't know what the guys were thinking when they're putting this together. These are supposed to be experienced game designers, by the way, the team that are making this, and yet these are like really basic things. Like, I want to look at a building and I want to be able to see, like, how much straw do I need? How much rope do I need? Now you can see this one now needs to be repaired because it's decayed. Again, does it tell me what I need? No. No, it doesn't. I just need some stuff. Oh, and they've repaired it now. Oh, and that's got built. Right, that's everything built. Hooray! Awesome sauce. Good news. Now, why are they not chopping down these trees? I've got a couple of spare people. Why are they not doing the chopping tasks? I don't know whether this is like a buggy thing or, but this happens. Before, when I've put in like cropping tasks or whatever, and sometimes they just don't seem to do it. So I tell you what, I'm going to clear all of that and I'm going to do that chopping stuff again, and we'll see if this time they'll actually chop the trees down. So let's just do, that's not what I wanted. Let's try that again. Let's do these to start off with and see if they'll actually chop those down. Now, they do have axes. We have made some axes, so they can physically chop them down. It's just a case of whether somebody will actually come and do it. Now, they have been chopping down some trees because we've got 22 logs, and that's how you get logs, by chopping down trees. But like right now, nobody seems particularly interested in actually doing a bit of chopping. And again, like for most people, and I'm included in this, when I say I want to chop some trees down and I've got some free people and it's the only thing that they're supposed to do, right? I kind of expect it to start happening. And I don't really want to sit around. Oh, was he? No, I don't think he was. I think he was just grabbing some twigs. I don't really want to sit around for 20 minutes waiting for it to happen. It's just like I want it to happen. We've got a super chat from Nathan Allen Pinnard. Thank you very much, Nathan. He says, been in projects like this, leadership keeps changing the scope of the project, and as a result, nothing gets done, and devs are forced to readapt. I've been in projects where it went from MMO to ARPG. Okay. That must have been fun. Yeah, I mean, this project, this project started off when they did the Kickstarter as, give us some money so that we can finish this awesome game. And instead, they took the money and went away and developed a game engine. I don't see the point of that. And I've got to say, I'm very, very frustrated and a little bit angry about that. Because they didn't do what they said they were going to do. They said that they were going to produce a game like within like a year time frame, and 3 years later, this is all we get. Yeah, I'm not a little angry. I'm very angry. I am very angry. It's what's bad about the games industry. If any of you have got comments like that, then throw them up in chat and I'll read them out. Right, how are we doing? Food-wise, oh look, we're getting mushrooms now because we're into the autumn. We're starting to get mushrooms. Awesome. Our rose hips are going down because we're out of the summer. Fish has dropped, but this is the thing, as we get into the autumn winter, it's about surviving the autumn/winter. I still don't know why they're not, like, chop down these damn trees, will you? You know what, I'm going to free up somebody to help with this. What do I want? Let's take you down to 1, because it's like twigs and... In fact, you know what? I'm going to take both of them off for now, because I don't really need them doing that. Oh, there you go, look. Finally, now they're doing some chopping. Hooray! If he starts chopping again, I'll actually slow it down so you can see. Oh, no, she's just dancing in front of the tree. Doesn't help us. We need somebody to actually chop it down, if you wouldn't mind. If you've got a little bit of free time in your day, maybe chop the tree down. No, it's because I'm watching it. They're like, no, don't do it while he's watching. Leave the tree alone while he's watching. Are they off chopping other trees down or something? No, they've just given up. They're like, we had a little chop, now we're bored, we're going to go and do something else. Let's crank it up then until somebody actually decides to come and chop this blooming tree down again. A little bit of dancing in front of the fire going on. Keep themselves warm, I suppose. Oh, were you? Oh, no. Thought they were going to come and chop that tree down. Matthew K. Thank you very much, Matthew. Matthew says, there's too much work done for it to be some scuzzy money-making scam, so I'm not sure what the intent here is. Yeah, oh, there goes the tree. Hooray, finally. Yeah, Matthew, I mean, I agree. And I think this is what I call the technologist's wet dream, right? It's like they're sitting around one day and somebody goes, you know what would solve all our problems? You know what would make this game really great? It would be if we had our own game engine, because then we could do this and we could do this and we could control everything and it would look so much better and it'd be great. And then they all go, oh, that'd be brilliant. Yeah. Oh, go on. Let's build our own game engine from scratch. 2 years later, it's like, oh, weren't we supposed to be building a game as well? Seriously, I've seen it happen. I used to be an IT development manager. I used to run IT teams, developing software. And yeah, I've seen it happen. People get caught up in the technology and they miss the point of what they're supposed to be doing. And they go off and they do these elaborate technology things and just completely miss the point of actually delivering what they're supposed to deliver. Yeah. Oh well. Right, so we're starting, hopefully, to start getting some logs. So I'm gonna mark some more trees to get cut down again. Now let's see. We've got 27 logs for one section of wall, which would be like the length of that stick there. That right, I suppose it's a root. The length of that root, right? One section of wall like that takes about 12 logs. So to build a palisade all the way around here, can you imagine how long that's gonna take? Yeah, quite a while. Let's get some tree chopping going. So let's try and get that lot a chopping. Yeah, you can see why I'm running it on like high speed all the time, because you kind of have to get anything done. We are at 27 logs. Let's see how fast that goes up, shall we? We've got loads of sticks. We've got loads of fine sticks, so we don't need those. We've got loads of stone. We don't need stone. We've got 16 rope in stock, so we don't need plant fiber at the moment. Food is looking okay. We are producing the tools, so yeah. It's all looking good. All looking good. Amras and Kevin are having a conversation about developers switching the use of game engines. Yeah, there was a game, I can't remember what it was, but there was quite a well-known instance where like halfway through a development they decided to swap from one game engine to a different game engine, and it took them blooming ages to do it. And for what benefit? What was the benefit of switching from one game engine to another game engine worth the amount of time and effort that was invested? And the answer is rarely yes. Very, very rarely yes. It's like you would have been better off just saying, you know what, this is what we've got, live with it, get on with the job, deliver what you're supposed to be delivering. Vandra Borba says, making a game engine seems to me to be a really big project. Yeah, you're not kidding. That's where our 350,000 euros went. It went to the game engine. It didn't go into the game. I would imagine a relatively small amount of that went into the actual blooming game. Which is, yeah, I am so frustrated by that. I have just noticed the time, right? And Picture Perfect should have been back like about an hour ago. So excuse me, I'm gonna leave you looking at this, and I'm just gonna step out for a second and see if she's all right. So I will be back. Give me like between 30 and 60 seconds, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. And the good news is, yes, she's fine. She's fine. She was just having a bit of a rest. And she will join us in a couple of minutes. Hooray! I'm just catching up with the chat. Let's see, lots of talk of KH3. Mike Hillman says, this music is going to be in my head all night. Yeah, it's kind of driving me witless because I've been listening to it all bloomin' day. One thing I don't think I've mentioned, oh I did, I guess I mentioned it right at the beginning of the stream, but stability of the game, definitely an issue. I have had the game crash on me quite a few times. Other than that, I have come across several bugs in the game, but that like if it was that on its own, I wouldn't mind about it because it's an early access game. Like that is okay. The problem is that fundamentally this shouldn't be an early access game. That this should be a finished release, having waited 3 years, and with the amount of money that was invested by backers. Why are we having to deal with an early access game? Software development. But do I think that this is any kind of scam? No, I don't think it's a scam. I think the developers are legitimately want to produce like a really, really good game or whatever. I think they just lost the plot a little bit. I just hope that the development over the next year or two, or however long they're going to be, it's going to take them to do it. I hope that development is going to be quick and like consistent releases of content. Like I would be expecting at least like a monthly update where they're releasing like serious content every month. And if that doesn't happen, then I will completely give up on this game, because if they're going to spend 3 or 4 years like dribbling out content for it, then forget it. But I would warn anybody who's thinking, oh, I like the look of this, you know, maybe I'll buy the game. And seriously, I would wait and see how quickly they are releasing content for this. Now that the game is on Steam and is released, let's see how quickly they produce additional content before you throw money at it. That's what I think. That's what I think. Mike Hillman says, makes me not want to back Kickstarters anymore. Very long time to get your product. Yeah. This has left a very, very bad taste in my mouth as far as Kickstarters are concerned. This is the only Kickstarter that I've ever funded. This was the first time I was like, you know what, this looks really good. I'm going to back this. And I did. I put my money where my mouth is. I spent my... I gave them my 60 euros. And they completely reneged on their side of the deal as far as I'm concerned. They had a timetable for when things were going to happen, and they just didn't do it. And not only did they not do it, their communication over the last 2 years has been abysmal. It's been like the odd tweet here and there, and that's been it. And frankly, that's just not good enough. So yeah, I'm cross. I'm angry. I'm frustrated, and as it stands, this game's a piece of shit. And we're joined by Picture Perfect.
Hey guys.
Alan Muller, $2. Thank you very much, Alan. Says, can we even call this early access quality? You know what? I think I think quality-wise, yeah, it's just about early access. It's just the quantity of it, the quantity of content. There's not enough to release. I mean, other than putting in the Temple Stone and a Palisade, we've done everything. There's nothing else to do in the game. So, unless you want to sit and watch them and listen to the wonderful music on a 5-second loop. Have you noticed them?
Yeah.
That's it. We've just sat and listened to the entire soundtrack in 5 seconds.
Wow. That's gonna get fun, isn't it?
I've been listening to this all day.
Have you gone crazy yet?
I am close to picking up my computer and throwing it out the window.
Yeah, fair.
Like, shut up, for God's sake.
You know
The only thing I can do to change it, because it changes with the speed, so which is like, that's actually kind of a cool idea. I like that idea. It's just, I would like the tune to maybe change occasionally, or at least be a bit freaking longer. Yeah. Picture's been at work this afternoon. So you don't know what's going. Oh man. Bandicam.
Yeah.
Bandicam crashes this game.
Oh, you can't record.
So I couldn't use Bandicam to record Ancient Cities.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, because then I was like, when I eventually figured out that it was causing, well, I mean, it was pretty obvious, because it was like, I started at Bandit because I'd been playtesting the game and finding out how to play and all that kind of stuff, and then I started up with Bandicam, and when you go into the front screen, instead of getting all the menu options, right, the text, it was just black squares.
That's weird.
And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And I tried restarting it, and they are chopping down the trees. Hooray! What are we up to? We're up to 42 logs. Wow, 42 logs. That means we could do 3 sections of Palisade. 3 sections of Palisade wouldn't surround the fireplace. Oh my God. We need to chop down like an enormous forest to get enough logs to do a palisade around the entire place. Also, like, now we've been running this on super fast since I started the stream at 8. So like, we're coming up on 2 hours, right? And in 2 hours, how much has our population increased? The answer is 0. We've got exactly the same people now as we had at the start, and it's not because I haven't got food or anything. I've got food, I've got housing. I mean, this is you know, the Neolithic Ritz. Check into the Neolithic Ritz-Carlton. You know, straw. You got your choice of sweet. You can have your straw. You can have your nice leather, protected from the nasty elements. You've got communal fire. You can relax and chat with the other guests. There's not an excessive workload. Yeah. So, like, how the hell do you increase your population? I mean, you should be able to increase your population, but God knows how. This is fun. You know what, guys? So they've worked for 3 years on this game. They finally got it to the point where they release it.
Yeah.
Okay, there's not a lot of content, but be fair, everyone. At least they've put in a wiki. Should we take a look? I bet this is extensive. all our questions answered on how to play the game, all kinds of hints and tips, loads of content about the Neolithic period, lots of historical information to enrich us and enrich our game experience. Shall we have a look? One sentence. One sentence. That's the wiki. Are you kidding me? One sentence. That's the goddamn wiki.
Wow. To be honest, I was expecting it to have nothing in it.
By the way, the developers of this game, they are they're not racist. They're vegist.
Veggies.
They're fruit and vegist, in actual fact.
Veggies.
I discovered this when I started looking at the tooltips
Yeah.
for the storage, right? Because if you look at the tooltips, they're obviously the developers are obviously pro rosehip.
Okay.
They're massively pro rosehip. These people. Look at this. Look at that. Look at all the information you get on rosehips.
Yeah.
I think the developers have actually like been getting some backhanders from the rosehip lobby.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, look, rosehip is the fruit of the rose plantos. Hips are used for herbal teas, jam, jelly, syrup, rosehip soup, beverages, pies, bread, wine, and marmalade. Don't forget your bloomin' marmalade. They can be eaten raw like a berry if care is taken to avoid the hairs inside the fruit.
Wow.
All that information selling you on rosehips.
Yep.
Makes you want to go out and buy some bloody rosehips, doesn't it? Yeah, they'll be available in 3 years. join the Kickstarter now. Do you want to see mushrooms?
Go ahead.
Will we get the same extensive promotion for mushrooms? One word. One word. That's all we get. One word. Tasty. Mushroom. Tasty. Can you tell us about mushrooms, please? Tasty. That's it. Now, obviously, they're not big fans of mushrooms, but that's nothing compared to berries.
Oh, I know about berries.
Do you?
Because I saw it last night.
Oh, you did, do you? Berries? You know what they say? They say, berries. Berries, you can take your berries, you can shove them up your... We hate berries. Look. Berries, they won't even name them. That's how much they hate berries. Berries? Yeah.
There was a super chat, but it's gone off the top of the screen.
There was. Let's read it out, shall we? Jazzers. Hello, Jazzers.
And he says, from everything I've heard, it sounds like the devs were busy doing nothing, working the whole day through, trying to find lots of things not to do.
See? Now sing it.
No.
You know the song.
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
What song?
I sing it. I've sung it to you on several occasions. I've shown you the video. I've played you the video. I'm busy doing nothing, working the whole day through, trying to find lots of things not to do.
Really?
I'm busy going nowhere, isn't it just a crime? We'd like to be unhappy, but we never do have the time. I tell you what, I'll give out a no prize to the first person who can name what film that was in, because it's a brilliant film name. One of the longest film names I can think of, to be honest with you. All right, so we've built the base village. Have I still got loads and loads of straw? No, I haven't. I need to be bringing some extra straw in. Let's get some cutting sorted out. Let's yeah, that'll do. Crop that lot. That'll bring in a load of straw. You know what? Crop this lot as well. Why not? That's a lot of cropping. But I tell you what, they're not doing a lot of chopping. Look at this, 51. We've only chopped 51 logs. 2 hours we've been at this. On the fastest possible speed, we've chopped 51 logs. Now, let me show you. I'm going to show you this. Let's go to structures. We want to defend ourselves. Not that there is anything to defend yourself against. I mean, it's like, you'd think there'd be something, wouldn't you? It's like, but there's nothing. There's no animals. There's no other tribes attacking you. Like the most dangerous threat that these villagers face would be like a particularly sharp mushroom. Or, you know, accidentally impaling themselves on a pointy stick. It's the only dangers they face in this world. Dangerous animals? No. Diseases? No. They don't even need tetanus shots, these people. I tell you what, they're sitting there laughing at us going, we're 8,000 years away from COVID. Enjoy future people. Oh yes, well done those people. Was Kevin the first? I think Kevin was it Kevin that was the first? I think it was. Well done, but well done to all of you that got it. A Connecticut Yankee in the court of King Arthur. Or is it in King Arthur's court, or is it in the court of King Arthur? I think it's in King Arthur's court, actually. I think you're right, Kevin. Very, very good. AD says, morning, Sky. It's very early access, isn't it? It's pretty. Yeah, I've said the game looks pretty good. I mean, like the water. You can come over here to the river. The river looks really good, really good. And if I can find a fishing spot, any fishing spots around? I think they've fished quite far down now because they're fishing very efficiently because they've got their tridents. Come on! Oh, don't go to night time. Don't go to night time. I can't see it in. Nah, I can't see any blooming fishing spots. If I could find a fishing spot, then we'd see fish swimming around. The game generally. Will you please get through the night? Come on, light up again. The game generally does look very good. I've got no complaints about generally how the game looks. The trees and foliage and stuff looks really good, I think. The lighting and shadows and stuff looks good. The water looks very good. One thing I'm very interested, like as the game moves forward, was one of the stretch goals on the Kickstarter was fluid dynamics. Now, I was very excited about fluid dynamics at the time because of City Skylines. Because City Skylines introduced fluid dynamics, like actual proper running water. Mm-hmm. So that, like in City Skylines, you can dam something up and then break down a wall, and the water will literally flood out and flow properly and whatever. And one of the stretch goals, I think it was for, I can't remember the amount, but was to add fluid dynamics in the game. So I'm just wondering, right, is this properly dynamic water? I mean, it could be. It could be. I don't know whether it is or not. So yeah, that's something. That's a question we need answered for sure. Oh, I thought that was a. Oh my god, it's already dark again. Really? God. Rebel Synthesizer says, "Is that picture I hear? Perfection."
Oh.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, you've got all geary now, haven't you?
Oh, shush.
One compliment.
Oh, shush.
You'll be getting saucy in chat now. I know what you like. So, why aren't we seeing any fishing spots? Let's have a look. Are we getting fish coming? Yeah, we're getting loads of fish coming in. Well, we have been getting loads of fish coming in. Oh, well, there you go, guys. That's the first one. The game just crashed. Oh my god. And I wasn't even doing anything.
No.
This is what happened. I was just looking around and the goddamn... In fact, I'm gonna... And the game crashed. Yes. Stupid game. Right, so let's load it up again. Jesus. I don't mind early access games having, like, you know, bugs and stuff in, because like every game has bugs and stuff in. And if it's early access, if it's early access, and if they've told you that, you know, that's what you should expect, then that's fine, right? But you should expect a degree of stability, and this game is just fundamentally not stable.
Yeah.
Right? And they actually, this is what pisses me off, right? The developers actually said, we're not going to release the game until we're happy that it's stable.
Yeah. And it's not.
I read that again today.
Yeah.
It's in their forums, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to release the game until we're happy it's stable. Right. Well, I'm sorry. If you're happy with this level of stability, then you're a complete moron. That's what I think. Right, let's see. I need to load the autosave. Fortunately, it autosaves every 30 minutes. But the amount that it crashes, I think I should probably drop that down a bit.
Yeah.
Save every 30 seconds, please.
Yeah.
So, where are we? We're probably back to before I went, like, looking for fish. Right. Actually, like, look at the lighting and everything. It's very cool. I love the fire. The fire is very pretty. Don't you think so? You commented on it last night.
I think the game in general is very pretty.
Look at the sky. The night sky is very, very attractive. That's the Milky Way, isn't it?
Or a sky thing.
No, I didn't mean that. What I meant was it's like an impression of the Milky Way. But yeah, I think that's what it's meant to be.
Rebel Sympathizer is wanting to know how to get into the Discord.
If you go to... Wait, no, do you remember where I found it? Was it on the forum? I think it was. It was on the forum.
I thought he meant your Discord.
Oh, my Discord. Oh, if you want to get onto my Discord, then if you are a member or a Patreon supporter, then you get access to my Discord. You'll either Patreon or YouTube. There's an integration. You'll get an automatic invite to my server. If you have any problems getting onto the server, then if you send a direct message to Picture Perfect on Twitter, and do you want to put in your?
Yeah. It's at PitPerfectYT. Do you want me to type it in the chat?
Yeah, I do. You don't have a dog and bark yourself.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, just send a direct message to Picture.
Yeah, no, I'll sort you
on
out.
Twitter.
There you go.
And there you go. There you go, Rebel. You should have you synced up your YouTube with your Discord? If you have and you've still got problems, or if you don't know how to do it, or if you're using a mobile device, because that's usually the problem.
Usually the problem, yeah.
Then if you just contact Picture Perfect, send her a direct message on Twitter, and she'll sort you out. She's sorted out many people.
I have sorted out many people, yes.
She's my sorter outer.
Yes, that's my side job.
She's actually my Discord technical support, aren't you?
I am, yes.
You are. You love that, don't you?
Oh, shush.
Okay, so what else can we do? Well, I want to. How many? We're back down to 33 logs now. No. Okay, right. Well, let's see if I can't get this actually chopping down trees like a little bit faster. Now let's see. That's my log stockpile there. I tell you what. Let's go to the groups, and we've got 3 craftsmen. We don't really need 3 craftsmen now. We're almost done with the tools. We don't need rope, so I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to drop this down to like 1 craftsman's fine, I think. That frees us up a couple of people. We've got... Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. And then we'll try and get this chopping down going. So, let's try it. Where's a good density of trees? I'll tell you what. Start with that one for a start. Chop that blooming tree down. It's been there forever. In fact, is that even a tree? It's not marked. So maybe that. Do we need to crop those? No. Maybe we found something that's just irremovable.
Well, maybe it's a tent garden.
Anything is possible in this game. Oh, and it's gone blooming dark again. I mean, that is going to get old so fast. When you're trying to do stuff and it just goes pitch blooming black. And I've got skip nights on, and you still get a long period of blackness when you can't do anything. Yeah, look, we've still got all of these trees marked to be cut down. Oh, what the hell, game? Mark another bunch to be cut down. Oh, I've tried to crop trees. No, that won't work. Let's try that. There we go.
I got a super chat from Helder for, was it Hader? Can you read that?
Haida Al-Jabori. Haida Al-Jabori.
For £20 says, Merry Xmas, guys. I hope everyone is safe and healthy.
And a Merry Christmas to you too, Haida.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Thank you. You're not getting the ping noises tonight.
We're not. I don't know why we're not getting the ping noises.
No, they're not showing up on the...
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay, well, it kind of is what it is. I want to get the logs in so that I can actually build the palisade. It's what I would like to do. Let's you know what? I'm going to put the palisade in. I'm going to put it in, and we'll try and build it. But yeah, any comments about like the game in general, and just give me ammunition to rant about, because that's what I want to vent tonight. I want the devs to watch this and really get an earful. You know, right? But I want them to hear my frustration at what they've done with what could have been like a super awesome game, and dragging it out for 3 years, and then we get to this point and they've still done next to nothing.
Yeah.
It is not good enough, and they need to hear that loud and blooming clear. What was I going to do? Right, I was going to put in a palisade. So, one palisade coming up. Now, I'm going to do this in 4 sections, I think. Maybe. So, what I would like to do... See, that is a section, right? And that's 12 logs to put that in, right? I've been running for 2 hours and I've got like 30 odd logs. How long is it going to take to put a palisade around your place? So I'm gonna put in like 4 sections. So put that in, and then we'll leave a gap, and then we'll have that coming around like that to there. You know what? Let me see. Let me put those 2 sections in, and we'll see how long it takes to get those in.
I'm just gonna get my phone so I can sort out Rebel Sympathizer on Discord. Do you want a fresh coffee?
Ooh, I would absolutely love one. I'm gasping. Awesome. Okay, so what else can we do? I mean, this is the problem, but this is fundamentally the problem. It's like, what else is there to do? And the answer is actually nothing. I could get this this building going, the temple min here, and like one of the coolest things to do would be to put like a ring of stones around the huts and then the palisade outside that. But this thing takes so long to build, it's crazy. I'm tempted, I'm tempted to put it kind of down there. That's where I'd kind of like to put it. I turn it around. I'd like to put it kind of there. So, do you want me? Go on, I'll put it in. Like, what can it hurt? Boom. Right, so there it is. Now that's going to take 1,000 stone to build. We've got 326 at the moment. So let's crack on and see if we can't get some of these trees cut down. So we've taken pretty much all the logs and started building these sections. And this is one thing that rather than kind of like start at one end and complete sections, they just take logs to just like random places and they do them all at the same time. Which is, you know, kind of crazy. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So we'll see. We'll see what happens, whether the logs continue to come in or not. I mean, we'll see the trees getting cut down if it happens. Well, we will when it's like actually daylight and you can actually see something. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, I'd love to be able to do like a Stonehenge thing. But unfortunately, no. No. It's amazing when you can compare a game like this to a game like Airborne Kingdom that I was playing the last couple of days. Airborne Kingdom, that is released as a complete game, and played the entire thing. Okay, content wise, right, it like we played through the entire thing in like 13 hours, but it looked good. It played great. Not a single bug, not a single crash or anything. It was, you know, it was good. It was engaging. Built an awesome city in the sky with all the bells and whistles, and it was a great experience. Awesome. I didn't have to, you know, give them a load of money up front, and then wait 3 years for them to deliver it. Man. Granite Row, €5. Thank you very much, Granite. And he says, Dawn of Man is domit this game at the moment. I think it means dominating. Donut Man is dominating this game at the moment, and I hope the dev will update ASAP. Seriously, if they don't they don't release an update. Now I know that they have put something into beta, and I haven't looked at the beta branch, so I don't know how much content they're adding. And even if I had have looked, I couldn't tell you because they're keeping it all under NDA, which, you know, yeah. So yeah. If they don't deliver regular, solid updates of genuine content, like starting in like 4 weeks' time, and just start banging it out, like the Foundation guys have been doing, and plenty of other developers that do it, then I will be done with this game. I will be done completely with this game. They are literally on their last chance with me. I'm not a happy man. I'm not a happy man at all. Are we still getting logs coming in? I might get a couple of extra axes created because we probably could do with them. Let's see. We're on the last one, so let's get another. That's another 3. Cool. What was the other thing that they were making? Oh, some more bifaces. Now I wonder, have we got the we're down to our last fine raw stone, so I should tell now our gathering non-stop. Yeah. How are we doing? Well, let's add a member to that, and then let's see how we're doing for. Oh, we're doing 5 for sticks. We've got millions of sticks. So, the only thing we need them to be doing at the moment is gathering some fine raw stone. So you get bringing some fine raw stone, and then we'll get some more axes, and hopefully more people will cut more stuff down. Yay! Wouldn't that be good? Right, but as you can see, population still has not changed at all. We've got exactly the same population as when we started. We're coming into the winter. We don't actually have a lot of food now. Despite the fact that nothing has really changed. We got the same number of people doing the fishing and the gathering. I guess I took one person off the gathering. But look, we're not chopping down the trees again. And we've got like 47 trees highlighted to be chopped. And we're just not chopping them down. Why? Okay, let's clear it and we'll try again. So, chop down those trees. Okay, so we've got 75 trees highlighted. Will they actually go and chop down any damn trees? Now there are people grabbing axes off the stockpile. So you'd think that they were chopping down. Oh, yeah, one tree was chopped down. Hooray! Maybe clearing it and setting it up again is going to help it work. But I am kind of a little bit concerned about the food situation because we're coming right into the depths of winter, and all we've got is like a tiny bit of fish and virtually no mushrooms, which is not a great situation. I might add. I'm going to add another person to our gather food because we're just not bringing in enough at the moment. And they are set up to only harvest berries, mushrooms, and rose hips. Now, I have seen people on the forums saying that they've been playing, they get in like a few years, and then just the food dries up and everybody dies. Now, I don't know whether that's kind of just that's the way it is at the moment. But if that is the case, then even if you could enjoy the limited amount of content by at least growing your population, you know, and get a whole bunch of huts and put a ring of stones in and put a nice big palisade in, you can't even do that apparently. So Epiphane says maybe they don't even need any food. Yeah, actually they do. If you don't feed them, they will starve and die. That I've proved. I proved that very early on in my playtesting. So as you can see, like if I'd have, like I actually flicked through Raptor's video.
Yeah.
Raptor put out a video, and he was singing this game's praises. Really? He was saying, "Oh, this is great. This is another great city builder. This is awesome." It's like, no, it bloody isn't. And you get some person who doesn't know like the history of the game or whatever watches like Raptor's video and then goes and spends $50 on this, and we've been playing for what, two and a bit hours, and we ran out of content like half an hour ago. How happy are they going to be after they've played the game for 2 hours, having spent $50 and there is nothing left to do?
Yeah.
But $50 for 2 hours content? Are you freaking kidding me? The more I think about it, the more incensed I get about this. It is just. I know fundamentally that what the developers are saying is right, like invest in us, right?
Yeah.
You know, buy the early access version for $50, and you know, in a year or two, we'll give you a fantastic polished game. It's just like based on the history up to this point, I don't trust that that's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. At least not to any kind of reasonable timescale, and especially based on what we've seen so far. Like. Yeah.
Carissa pointed out your population has gone up by 1.
No. Oh my God! we've had a population surge. Our population, after running on fast for 2 hours 20 minutes, has increased by 1. Oh my God! I better work urgently on food supplies. How will we deal with that population increase? They've gone crazy. One baby every 100 years or so? God, how are we ever going to manage that? Well, it's actually about 15 years we've been running. What did we were in 50, I think it was 76, 56. Yeah. So about 21 years we've been going. One baby in 21 years, or one increase in population in 21 years. But I bet you that's going to drop any second now, because we've got Amay is 55 and Nikaya is 55. So in actual fact, we might drop. And in fact, Astige is 53. In fact, generally, our population is aging and we're not having a lot of babies, which is kind of rubbish. I wonder if you have, like, if you work less, maybe they have more babies. Should we see? You know what? Let's set the policy down. Let's see. I don't think it'll make any business difference whatsoever. That's what I think. So you know what? Somebody asked me a question about how I was beeping my profanities, my profanity filter, and I recently acquired a Go XLR mixing desk which comes with a profanity button. So every time that I decide that I'm gonna swear, I can just press the button, and it just beeps that right out. I love it. And it also, of course, allows me to do like effects like fear the word of the Lord God, you Neolithic ants. I do like the laugh. I think the laugh works. The laugh works with a bit of echo. All right, cool. It's a bit of a reverb, actually. Yeah, so, like, I mean, to be honest, guys, like, unless anybody's got anything real to add, I don't know what more there is to do, because as you can see, right, the trees are not getting cut down. I don't know what the hell is going on. But the trees are not getting cut down with any kind of speed, and we've got several free people. But I'm not seeing a lot going on. We've almost completed one section of wall. Oh my god, there's a second section that's almost complete. Which on the basis that we started with like between 30 and 40 logs to start off with. Yeah. It's going to take a very, very long time to complete the palisade wall. Let's have a look at this. Let's see. Okay. So we've done 11% of this temple menhir, which is ridiculous. It does make me wonder, like what the hell were the developers thinking? Were they like, oh my god, we've got no content? Oi, Bob, yeah, how many stone does it take to create that menhir? 50 stone. 50. Make it 1,000, mate, will you? Make it 1,000. Yeah. That's going to take them ages. That's going to take hours. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, make it 1,000. That's fine. What about the log walls? How many logs per section? Well, it's like 1 log per section. No. Make it 12. Make it 12 logs per section. But it'll take them hours to build a palisade. Yeah, that's what we want, mate. Yeah. Do those 2 things. We're good to launch. I mean, oh man, what? I don't know. I don't know what these developers were thinking. I think they have gone away. They've worked hard. I'm sure they've worked hard for the last 3 years since the Kickstarter. I'm sure they've worked hard. They've done this, and then essentially they've just taken an enormous crap all over it by launching it in this condition with no comp. I mean, there's like an hour's content, and that's being generous.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, they'll be like, no, there's several hours. There's like at least 5 hours of content. It's like, yeah, there's like 30 minutes of actual content, and wait 4.5 hours to build a palisade and a temple stone. Yeah, that's what we meant.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do. Like literally nothing else to do. All right, I could migrate to another part of the map. Well, it's not really much of a city builder then, is it? It's like, try and build something, run out of resources, and migrate to somewhere else and leave it all behind. Okay, well that was pointless then. So what you're saying is I shouldn't actually build anything permanent. Maybe. Yeah. I'll tell you what we can do. We can build the decorative. I'm showing you these. Let's build the decorative items. So these are the things that they put into the game, which have absolutely no function whatsoever, like an oven. Because why would an oven have a use? Don't be so ridiculous. So, like, you can't even cook food. Like, so you can't even, like, cook berries or mushrooms or something to make them, like, a little bit more nutritious or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it in terms of gameplay mechanics, not exactly building the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, is it?
No.
Not exactly rocket science putting a man on Mars.
No, it's not.
No, it's really bloody not. I don't know. And from what I've seen, you guys are just as dismayed as I am. We'll put in the well. Well. Yeah, I did it again. I know. We'll put in a pelt tanner because we've got nothing else to do, so we might as well. What do I want to do? Put a pelt tanner over there. And this is my favourite, the mill. It's like they've really gone to town on the content here. Because I mean, this is worth the $50 alone. This. Wait till you see this get built. You'll be getting your checkbook out. You'll be straight onto Steam with your credit card. Be like, no, really? That mill. That was what pushed me over the edge. I saw that mill. I just had to go and buy the game. Have I got any? The right? Yeah, I've got loads of stuff.
You've got another child.
No way. Yeah, but somebody died, haven't they?
Oh, all right then.
No, because that's the same population we were at. Oh, look, we've got a mill. Look, it's a flat stone. That is the mill.
Huh.
Oh, come on. Yeah, look, they're not typing now because they're looking for their credit card. They're looking for they're I've got to buy this game now. Please take my money. I have to build a mill. The well is now completed, which apparently the well consists of a hole and some mouldy planks of wood. You know, that looks like a bit too well constructed for a Neolithic structure.
No, for a second, I thought you
Somebody's
had a row of deck chairs.
Neolithic deck chairs.
Yeah.
Welcome to the spa. Deck chairs, sir? No. Irano has died of starvation. I wonder why. Because we've got no food. Because suddenly, despite our food being awesome all this time, suddenly the food runs out. For no explainable reason. We've got the pelt tanner. Oh, the shape of things to come. One day, guys, who knows? Sometime in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, this might actually work. You might actually, one day you might see an animal in the game, kill it, right, skin it, and put its pelt up there, and it'll look like that, and then it'll all be worthwhile. That $50 will be $50 well spent, won't it? Oh dear. 80 says, that kid just standing there and kicking the dirt. Yeah, you. Get a job. Go on, get a job. It's like, no, this is my job. I'm making sure that this dirt doesn't stay too still. It's a problem. We've got a problem with subsidence. I'm just making sure it keeps on the move. Yeah. So there you go. We've got the mill. We've got the tanner. We've got the well. Oh, the oven. Oh, we haven't completed the oven yet. This is super spectacular. The oven.
E. Montgomery says, looks like a scam on Kickstarter. Got the money, did a little work, and a lot of drinking.
Indeed. Kevin Hoper says the kid is waiting for the $15 animal DLC. Yeah, he's waiting for the $15 dog companion DLC, and he'll be there kicking the dog. Look, it's like kick. Get out of here! Look, I can kick him with no hands. Look. Yeah, because you're using your feet. Boy's a moron. Walked away. Oh dear. What do we need to get this thing built? Hay and looks like 15 sticks. Well, we've got loads of hay and we've got loads of sticks. Well, you know what? Let's crank it up. See if we can get that built. I want to see. I want to see the oven. I've actually seen it before. So I spoiled it for you. Yeah. Should I keep quiet? Should I pretend that I haven't seen it?
Yeah, sure.
I can't wait to see what this oven looks like. I'm really excited. This'll make my entire expenditure well worthwhile. Or not.
Yeah.
We are bringing in logs. I don't know why the logs are coming in so damn slow. I mean, they've got axes. So, like, what is the whole... They should be chopping trees down left, right, and centre. I don't know. Keen of Crafts says, I'm guessing don't buy this game. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. If you were a developer, right,
yeah,
and you developed this, and you knew how, like, you've developed it, you know how much there's in it.
Yeah.
Could you really, with a straight face, put this on Steam and say it's $49.99?
No.
There you go. There's almost an hour's gameplay for $50. An hour's gameplay for $50.
Yeah, it's a joke.
But there's gonna be more coming. Promise. Yeah, you said that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And this is all you've... No, in fact, you said that 3 years ago, and it's taken you 3 years to produce this. We'll get better. I tell you what, you build it, show it to me, then maybe I'll give you my $50. How about that for a trade? I mean, it's seriously, if anybody buys it, then they've been conned. Because there's no way based on they've produced 45 minutes of gameplay in 3 years. It's just ridiculous. How complete are you? Okay, we're over halfway there to getting an oven, and all it takes is just being on fast for like a week, and then okay, things take way too long to get built. I do think there's something going on, because like we've completely stopped producing food for some reason. Everybody's aging. There's no babies. I mean, we had like 2 babies being born, but there are more people about to die. Yeah, there you go. So now, okay, we are actually 2 population below when we started. So I think we're actually at the point where the community is going to die out. Or at least start dying out, because there aren't enough people. I don't think there are enough people of childbearing age to keep the tribe going at this point. Not unless they start churning out babies like there's no tomorrow, which I don't see happening at this point, because we've got no food. So people are just going to be dying of starvation now. There you go. 2 more people have died. Yeah, we've just completely stopped bringing in food. Even though we had like more than half the tribe dedicated to food gathering. You know, I tell you what, I tell you what might have changed. You know what? It was the labour time. It was when I changed the labour time. That's what did it. I dropped the. You remember when I dropped the labour?
Yeah.
Was that? Were you here when I did that?
Yeah, because you were trying to see if you got more babies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The answer is no. The answer is no. Dropping the labour time does not produce more babies. It produces starvation, which kills everyone. So that's that. Have we finished the oven? No. We still haven't finished the oven. My God. Somebody build the damn oven, will you? Couple of sticks, bit of hay. It's not really like a big deal. Oh, $1.99. And there you go. There's the little sparkle. And oven is completed. Now, what we can do with this oven is nothing.
Wow.
It's purely decorative. It performs no function at all. Man. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up, guys, because I'm really running out of stuff to say because it's so ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Tashia says, and you don't have fruit in the winter, maybe. It's what happens is, like, in the spring, you get the fruit and berries. In the summer, you get the rose hips, and then in the autumn, winter, you get the mushrooms. So no, we should still have stuff coming in. It's the what's messed us up is this is the fact that I changed the labour time, so that they're only working like half a day instead of a full day, and they need to work considerably more than that, even with the improved tools that I gave them. So I mean, I could reload the game to where the game crashed, but there's nothing more to show you guys. I mean, I swear to God that the more I think about it, the more ridiculous this is. Hey, here's our new game, $50. There's less than an hour of gameplay. Buy it now. Am I missing something? It's just, and the UI. How much does the UI suck, Picture? Because you were raving about this last night.
Yeah, I really hate it. It's like, it's not intuitive. You can't tell what anything is. Like...
So I want to place a building now. How would I do this in a game like City Skylines or Banished or like a million other games, right? Well, obviously I'd have my building options down here, right? And I'd click on the type of building that I want. So like, you know, I'd click on housing or production or industry or farming or like whatever classification, and then it would pop up with a bunch of options, and I would choose the one that I wanted, like a blacksmith or a small house or a large house or a carpenter or whatever, and then I would place the building. So that would be a maximum of 3 clicks, including placing the building.
Yeah.
So it's choose the class of buildings, the building, click place.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Right? In this game, they've decided that you should have to click on this, then click on this, then click on this to get to having, like, they could just have those icons at the bottom of the goddamn screen.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 clicks just to get to, then you've got to click on that. So that's 4, and then you've got to click on the building, and then and then to rotate it the way you want, do you do it like Foundation and you just like hold down the middle mouse button to rotate it or something? No, we wouldn't want to do it that way, because that's actually really bloomin' easy and quick and the best way I've found of doing it. No. We'll rotate it with the R and T keys. Oh, all right. So I have to hold down like either the R or the T key to rotate. No. No, you can't hold it down. You actually have to press it repeatedly to get it to slowly rotate.
Oh my god.
Right. Sorry, how much is this game? Oh, $50, mate. Worth every penny. No, actually it's not. No.
Yeah.
This UI is sucky. Who the... I wasn't near my button. Who the thought of this as a good idea? Answer, nobody. Absolutely nobody. So there you go. Guys, I think we're going to leave it there because there is nothing... there is literally nothing else to show you. The tribe is actually dying off at this point. Which is my fault because I reduced the work hours so that they're only working half a day, which is probably well, it's not probably the issue, it is the issue. There's no other content. There's nothing I can show you. None of this does anything, well, apart from that, just the map view, which doesn't show us anything. And then what else? Landmarks. Yeah, I tried this before. I have no idea what this is supposed to do. It's supposed to toggle on landmarks, but it doesn't do anything. Or, I don't know, maybe landmarks is a feature that isn't implemented in the game yet. Well, that'd be a shocker. No, I have no idea what that does. I've shown you all the buildings. I've shown you everything you can do with work groups. I've shown you the policies and talked about them. Culture doesn't do anything. You've only got Mesolithic. That's it. And of course, I mustn't forget the extensive wiki. All of one short sentence. So there you go. That's it. Guys, well, thank you for being here for mainly 2 hours of me, well, no, almost 3 hours of me ranting. There is nothing more. There is nothing more. So, guys, if you've got anything to say it now, because I'm going to call it in the next minute or so. So if you've got a last thing that you want to say, Perla Ray says shout out. All right, hey, it's Perla Ray. There you go. You've got your shout out, Perla.
Kevin's comment: the game is great. If you hire a new team, use a real engine and wait 3 more years.
Indeed. It's like, why didn't they, I don't know, use the bloomin' Unreal Engine or Unity or whatever? There's plenty of engines out there that would, there's nothing. The thing, okay, there's one thing that I didn't say that I should have said. And this is kind of the final nail in the coffin for this game for me, right? There is not one single unique, new, groundbreaking thing in this game. This is everything that we have seen, we've seen before in plenty of other games. There is nothing that we haven't seen before. Is there anything you haven't seen before? I'm damn sure there's nothing I haven't seen before. Many, many times, and done a lot better.
Yeah. So,
no, screw it. The UI's awful, I hate it. Alright, it looks okay. Yeah, I'll go as far as to say it looks nice, but there's no content. The gameplay is meh. The stability of the game is awful, and yeah, and it doesn't even have like character to it. It's like Foundation's got character. Mm-hmm. Banished had character.
Yeah, I loved Banished.
This doesn't have character. There's nothing that really draws you to your villagers. I feel very distant from them. I don't feel kind of engaged with them in any way. Yeah, oh, you got every heart in the world from Dragon. Ian D says, how about some more Airborne? You know what, Ian? If there was more Airborne to play, I'd play it. But we did it. We played the whole game. There's nothing more to play. So I'm, you know, I was expecting this week, like for the next week or 2 weeks, to be playing non-stop this game.
Yeah.
Ancients, I thought it was going to be Ancient Cities for the next couple of weeks. Maybe till like after Christmas. No, that's it. We're done. We're done. There's nothing more to say. So, yeah. Tone MT says, I like the music. Well done. Carb Z says, you are playing it wrong, dude. No. No, I'm not. Done by Dan says, the psychos from Foundation. Quite right. I love the psychos. They look just totally crazy. Awesome. Yeah, dear. I'll wait. I'll give it another 30 seconds for any last comments. 2 weeks, 2 hours. I don't get that one. Yeah. R.I.P. Michelle. Yeah, that's pretty much it. R.I.P. Maybe play some Dawn of Man for comparison. I've played Dawn of Man, so I mean, I know very much the difference between the two. Dawn of Man's a game. This is a trailer. I mean, that's basically with it what it is. Johan says, play Ostriv again. I tell you what, Johan, that is very possibly, if not now, very soon. Because there's, I think there's either an update out now or there's an update coming soon. So I will definitely be playing some more Ostriv. Kevin says, so this was a parody of a game. Yeah, this was a parody of a game. You can't call this a game. This is a joke, frankly. This is just not a game. This is a trailer. This is a trailer for a game. This is, you know what? This is what a lot of companies would release as a demo, right, before they launch their Kickstarter. Seriously, guys, am I wrong? How many of you have like looked at Kickstarters or whatever, and they've got a demo, and it's got about an hour of gameplay or something?
Yeah.
Which is exactly what this has. And I tell you what, I've played demos that have got more content than this, that have got more buildings and more to do, and I don't know how they've had the brass neck to release this. It's I think it's just a complete slap in the face to their backers. That's what I think. So there you go, guys. Thank you for being here. Thanks for not just listening to me rant, but encouraging me to rant. I feel a bit better now that I've vented. We will. I don't know. I'll go and find something else. I guess maybe Transport Fever will be back sooner than I expected, and that's no bad thing, guys. Say goodnight, picture.
Good night, guys. Take care.
Yeah. Good night, guys. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. All that kind of stuff. But I'll be back as soon as I can find something else to play. Thanks for being here. Peace out.